What do you think of them?
This is why it's so nice to not have makeup on.
That is so beautiful.
No,
They're ridiculous.
no,
She never stops whining.
no.
Meghan Markle Googled, is the race card an actual card?
Slay the dragon, save the princess. I'm like, that's my husband.
Was Meghan Markle really breaking down, or just delivering her best performance yet? Her recent Tearful podcast has the internet buzzing with opinions. Many viewers think it was all carefully planned out, not authentic at all. Now let's dig into what really happens when the cameras stop rolling and explore the truth behind the royal facade. Meghan appeared on Jamie Kern Lima's podcast looking casual and relaxed. The show was marketed as completely real and raw. No makeup, no prepared questions, just honest conversation between friends. But eagle-eyed viewers quickly spotted things that didn't add up. Despite claiming to be makeup-free, Meghan looked flawlessly polished, with perfectly styled hair. The host kept repeatedly mentioning,
Love your Luke.
Sorry, what's that?
Your Luke. You look amazing. Your Luke.
My Luke, my
Luke. My
Yes.
look. She likes my Luke.
Your voice is driving me crazy and I'm about to jump over there and put my fists down your throat.
that Meghan hadn't seen any questions beforehand. She emphasized this point so many times that it raised red flags. After all, if something is truly spontaneous, why would you need to keep telling everyone that it's spontaneous? This odd behavior made many wonder what was really going on behind the scenes. The most talked about moment from the podcast came when Meghan appeared to get emotional during the conversation. Viewers quickly pointed out something very strange. There were no actual tears visible anywhere. This curious detail reminded many people of her previous career as an actress on television. During her time on the TV show Suits, Meghan reportedly demonstrated to photographers how she could cry on command as a practiced acting skill. This background information had many questioning whether her podcast emotions were genuine feelings or simply another performance for the camera. The line between reality and acting seemed very thin. Meghan launched her own lifestyle brand called American Riviera Orchard earlier this year.
She's allegedly wearing no makeup. Meanwhile, she's got like the perfect blowout. Like she's completely camera ready. And she also is pretending that she's crying. There isn't a tear in sight. It's an actor's trick.
She proudly announced that everything sold out in just 30 minutes after launch. What she conveniently left out was that there wasn't much inventory available to begin with. This is a common marketing strategy companies use to create artificial demand and make products seem more popular than they are. Many frustrated customers reported waiting weeks for their orders or refunds after purchasing. Some complained they still hadn't received anything a full month later. Shortly after this launch drama, Meghan filed for trademarks on additional products like yoga mats and pet bowls. These business moves led critics to suggest she cares more about building a money-making empire than creating quality products people actually want. The products themselves raise questions about quality and value. Several social media users who managed to get their hands on the items weren't impressed with what they received compared to the luxury prices. This mismatch between expectations and reality only added fuel to the growing skepticism about Meghan's authenticity in everything she does.
I've never seen someone that struggles to just give us like one strip of authenticity.
I think the woke have been asleep.
Oh my gosh, I work so hard.
You're complaining about your hard life and you're so privileged. It's just so weird.
It's ridiculous.
During one segment of the podcast, a blurry image appeared showing preserves Meghan had given to her friend as a gift. What caught everyone's attention was the label, which read HRH Duchess of Sussex, a royal title she technically isn't supposed to use for commercial purposes since stepping back from royal duties. This small detail revealed a bigger contradiction in her public image. Many royal watchers found this detail particularly telling. If you've chosen to leave royal life behind, why continue using royal titles on personal gifts? It seemed to suggest Meghan wants the benefits of royal status without the responsibilities that come with it. This inconsistency made people question what she truly values and believes. While Meghan was stirring up controversy with her podcast, Prince Harry was facing his own backlash for a BBC interview.
I'm searching for something to like about her, and it's so hard.
Well, if Meghan and Harry can quit their family, you can too.
After losing a court case about security protection in the United Kingdom, he appeared to place blame on his father, King Charles. Many viewers found this approach unfair and insensitive, especially since King Charles has been dealing with cancer. Some commentators described Harry's interview as an emotional guilt trip on a massive scale. Instead of accepting the court's decision, he seemed to suggest his father should intervene, despite the formal separation from royal duties the couple had chosen. This disconnect between their actions and expectations left many people confused about what they really want. The podcast host Jamie Kern Lima received plenty of criticism as well for her interviewing style. Despite being a successful billionaire who built her own makeup company from scratch, she spent the entire interview nodding enthusiastically and praising everything Meghan said without asking any challenging questions. Media critics pointed out that Lima behaved more like a starstruck fan meeting her idol than a professional interviewer. She agreed with every statement Meghan made, regardless of content. The conversation felt more like two friends complimenting each other endlessly, rather than an insightful discussion that would interest listeners.
Here's an email that I've been keeping for you.
I have full body chills right now.
This is why it's so nice to not have makeup on. Thank you. Yeah.
That is so beautiful.
Yeah.
This one-sided approach only added to the feeling that the whole thing was staged rather than genuine. Behind the scenes, reports about Meghan's personality tell a different story than her public image suggests. Multiple people who have worked with her have described her as difficult and demanding. There have been numerous reports of staff members quitting after short periods working for her, suggesting there might be truth to these claims. When Meghan describes her daily life in interviews, she often makes ordinary activities sound extraordinarily challenging. She talks about school drop-offs and product development meetings as if they're overwhelming obstacles. This perspective strikes many as out of touch, since most parents handle these same tasks without teams of assistants, nannies, and household staff to support them. In one particularly odd moment from the podcast, Meghan revealed that she writes emails to her young children every single night. This parenting habit struck many listeners as strange and performative rather than practical. Critics asked who would actually want to open thousands of emails from their mother when they grow up. More importantly, it sets unrealistic standards for regular parents who might feel inadequate if they don't document every moment of their children's lives. This pattern of making normal activities sound heroic continues throughout Meghan's public appearances. She seems to want credit for doing things that millions of people do every day without recognition or complaint. This disconnect between her privileged reality and how she presents herself.
Jamie Kern Lima, who seems to be even more fake and insufferable than the Duchess.
Both of them did come across like they haven't actually, been in touch with maybe someone who's worried about the price of eggs.
Contributes to growing public skepticism about her sincerity. At the prestigious Time 100 summit, Meghan gave a speech that raised eyebrows among viewers. She spent part of her time on stage talking about putting dried flower petals on everyday foods like salads and eggs. She described this simple act as creating tiny moments of joy and magic in life. Many found this language empty and out of touch with regular people's concerns. Critics questioned why someone whose business currently consists of selling jam, honey, and decorative food items was being treated like an influential world changer at such an important event. The disconnect between her actual achievements and the platform she was given made many wonder if her fame was based more on controversy than substance. Looking at the bigger picture, there's a consistent pattern with Meghan and Harry that troubles even former supporters. They often say one thing publicly while doing something completely different privately. They claim to want privacy from media attention, but continually produce documentaries and interviews about their personal lives. They express desires to live normal lives away from royal protocols, but frequently leverage their royal connections when beneficial. They present themselves as champions of authenticity and truth, but seem to carefully choreograph every public appearance for maximum impact. These contradictions have become impossible for many to ignore. Even people who initially defended and supported the couple have gradually changed their minds as this pattern became clearer. The Duke and Duchess perhaps pushed the victim narrative too aggressively for too long.
Very first question, because I think in friendship it's so important. And I think so many people also have this question for you is, Meghan, how are you? And are you okay?
That's so kind.
Yes, it really is that awful. I may have blacked out from smacking myself in the head.
At first, many people sympathized with their struggles against the media and royal institution, but as time passed, public patience wore thin as the complaints continued while their lifestyle remained incredibly privileged. In one revealing moment, Meghan compared their life story to the video game Super Mario Bros. She described Harry as the hero who slays the dragon to save the princess, referring to herself. This fairy tale comparison immediately raised an important question for listeners. Who exactly is Harry rescuing her from? Was it the royal family she chose to join and then encouraged him to leave? Was it the press attention she knew came with marrying one of the world's most famous princes? Or perhaps he's saving her from the natural consequences of their own choices and actions? The comparison inadvertently revealed how disconnected their self-perception might be from reality. So the ultimate question remains, are Meghan and Harry truly misunderstood figures deserving of sympathy? Or are they simply skilled at manufacturing drama to stay relevant and famous? With each new interview, documentary, or podcast appearance, the line between their authentic selves and carefully crafted public personas becomes increasingly blurred. And perhaps keeping people guessing is exactly what they want. The couple continues to dominate headlines despite claiming to want privacy. They remain cultural lightning rods that people either passionately defend or criticize, but one thing seems clear. The perfect image they try to present has developed some very visible cracks, and fewer people seem willing to ignore the contradictions anymore. If you found this deep dive into Meghan and Harry's world interesting, make sure to hit that like button right now. It really helps the channel grow and lets me know you want more content like this. Have your own thoughts about Meghan's podcast Tears or Harry's BBC interview. Drop them in the comments below. I read every single one and love hearing your perspectives. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss our next video exposing celebrity truth behind the perfect Instagram filters. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.